What's up, guys? This is another video. If you haven't read the title, my hair's down. Um, Firestarter. Let's do Firestarter. I am gonna upload a Doctor Strange review. I've just been waiting on a good amount of time. We saw it the day after the Doctor Strange ending. We saw it the day of our stream ending, our 24-hour stream that we did recently. But that will be coming this week. This one is my review of Firestarter. So, 2 days ago, or actually yesterday, technically the day I'm recording this, but 2 days ago from the day I'm uploading it, or that it will go live, public, I went and saw Firestarter. My mom, for Mother's Day, was like, "What do you want to do?" And she's like, "Let's go see Firestarter," and it wasn't out yet, obviously. She's like, "Oh, I don't know when it came out." She's looking up and they're like, "Where is it?" And my mom, yeah, I told her there's a few movies out. There's Sonic the Hedgehog, there's The Northman, there's Firestarter, the Multiverse of Madness, which I would see again. And she loves horror and like thrillers and Firestarter. She remembers the Drew Barrymore Firestarter, and this is Stephen King, so why not? So I saw it. It's a good movie, not the best movie. This reboot, remake, whichever you want to call it, or just new take on Firestarter. I think it's a good solid 6 out of 10. There's some things wrong with it, but nothing like glaring. It's like a good movie. It's just not scary. It's not thrilling. It's almost what you expect. It definitely gives you that what was that superhero movie? Was it called Chronicle? Where the three superheroes these kids get it's the found footage superhero movie. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Chronicle. It gives you that kind of vibe where these people have powers. They were experimented on and have powers. And this is gonna have spoilers in it if you didn't already know. Spoilers. Yeah. Spoilers, everyone. These people are experimenting on when they're young, in college, whatever. They get powers, they meet, I guess they meet. They don't really go a lot into it, but they definitely give you the gist, which is good for a movie like this. Zac Efron is probably my favorite part of the movie. He does a great job acting. His little girl, very great. The wife, also good. Blumhouse does do a good job with it. It's not a terrible movie by any means, but it's about average. It definitely is like a superhero origin story or anti-hero origin story. And it's really fast. This movie ends really quick. Like, the movie, once it starts, it doesn't stop. So that's the cool. The pacing is correct. It doesn't slow down. I wish it would a little bit. The acting in it is fantastic. The directing is okay. There's some cinematography shots that are just about average, but Blumhouse is sometimes it's lower budget, so they get the general gist of the Firestarter story. The little girl creates fire. She's not as you can tell that this version is not as unpredictable as the old one, in my opinion, or in the book. I read the book when I was in middle school or high school. And then there was like a test. So in school, you would take an AR reading test, and you would pick a book, take a test on the book, and then you can watch the movie and then do a test on the movie. You can actually do that, and you get 4 grades instead of reading 4 books. You can just read 1 book and get 2 grades out of it, or 4 grades. You get 2 grades. Well, technically you get 4 because you get 1 for reading, 1 for watching, and then 2 for answering the questions. So this was one of them. I did this one, Lord of the Rings. I did it, the show, and I did a couple other ones because it was easy grades, really quick. And they're big, thick books. I did Goosebumps. I did Fear Street. No, I didn't do Fear Street. I did Goosebumps. Horrorland. I did Horrorland. I did Slappy, and a few other books. So with the reading test, I did Lord of the Rings. I did Harry Potter. I did Chronicles of Narnia. And then I jumped to Stephen King. A few Stephen King books. I did. What else did I do? I did a few other books. It doesn't really matter. The more you know. But The story is generally gist of it is spot on. I think the acting is good. The directing is about average. The cinematography is okay. Until you get to about the end, where the little girl loses her shit. That's where it really got entertaining to me at the end. Because I don't know if you've ever played the Fear games and Fear. Those games, she gives off at the end of the movie, like closer to where she needs to. Spoiler alert again, in case you didn't know. I always ramble on in reviews, so I always say spoilers anyway in the title. Where she needs to go get her father, and after her father, spoiler alert again, dies, she gives off the vibe of Alma. If you don't know who Alma is, she's she's the big villain of Fear, at least. And depending on what you, because there's a whole lot of other stuff in Fear about the story of like why she is this entity in that game, but we will be let's playing that at some point. I think me and Mark. You can co-op those games, I believe. So, but regardless, we're going to play that one way or another. So, she gives off the Alma vibe, the Fear vibe, and the way she does it is really cool. She's not the best actress, but she's good, and hopefully that she continues to get in roles like this and others, because you can see this kid come up and become a great actress, especially at the end of this movie where she does definitely get to do some cool stuff. But she becomes a scary entity of pure power, which is very similar, reminiscent to the original. But in this one, it feels more like the video game Fear and not necessarily a horror Carrie feeling character. Because the original, to me, felt like a Carrie character. It felt like this is a damaged individual who, has to do this and is forced to do this. While in this version, it's like, okay, you are definitely you're not meant to exist. You are here. You have power. And I love the ending of this movie. Leaves it very well. Leaves it wide open. That's just the way this story should be told. That where it's up to you, the viewer, to know what happens next, or open up to come back and do Firestarter 2 or anything like that, or another book, whatever. It leaves you wide open to do whatever you want. So that's the upside. And the Villain Is Lackluster, the criminal organization or the scientific organization or the government organization, whichever one it is. They don't really go into it in this version of the movie, and really doesn't. It's like a faceless name. It's like, oh, this is the government. That's kind of what that is. But that's not really what the movie's about. Now, the Indian dude, he was a cool character, and I think they should have, and in this version and in the other versions too, he should have been a bigger presence and a bigger threat to the story. And instead of, his allegiance shifts, which can be used well. In this version, it is used well. I just think he should have been an irredeemable character, but he doesn't. He ends up becoming a Y character is what the best way to describe it. A Y character to the protagonists, and it's just like almost he feels like an afterthought character. He's great. The guy who plays him plays a psychopath pretty well at the beginning of the movie, but the way his story in the movie, so the movie specifically, I'm only going to say in this remake, is utilized, it doesn't feel organic and it doesn't feel like how it should. But that being said, where him and that little girl go next is more of the fun of thinking at the end. I think that's the beauty of that ending. But we'll see what happens next in the Firestarter story, if we ever do get another Firestarter story. If it's just a self-contained story in a bubble, and Blumhouse doesn't go and try to do a sequel to it, that's great. It's a good story to be secular. Like Carrie didn't need a Carrie 2 and all that shit. I think it being secular, you can determine what you want, and you can always go and feel free to do fan story, or this is part of a bigger outline. Are there other superpowered people out there? What gives the Indian guys real power? They, I'm think I think the movie explains it, but I don't remember. I think he's like he can't feel pain or something. I don't remember. It's a solid movie, about average. It's worth watching if you like seeing comparing film and the shots, and or just want a dumb fun movie. It's kind of like that. It's kind of fun, and it's Stephen King, and Blumhouse does a great job with it, even if it's just about a 6 out of 10. I think it's a good, solid movie. I'd watch it again if it was on streaming. I don't think you need to waste your money to go see it in the theater, but unless you want to support Blumhouse, because Blumhouse puts out a lot of great and entertaining stuff, usually. That'd be the reason to go see it in theater, to support Blumhouse. But I think you could definitely wait for streaming for Firestarter. I think that's a movie that should be a direct VOD film. As much as I love Zac Efron and the actors in this movie, it doesn't feel like wasting a 20, 30, whatever, how much your local movie theater costs now in the pandemic, post-pandemic era, or the current pandemic era, whichever you want to call it. Me and my mom went to a first showing, which was only like $12 for 2 tickets. Smart. If you want to do that, that'd be the way to go. Go to your first movie showing at your theater. But I would say wait for streaming for this one and go see something else like Doctor Strange or Sonic the Hedgehog. That's out right now. Those are the ones that are out, and we're about to get this week. I think it's this week or next week. We have Top Gun, and then we have a few others which might be more worth seeing in theaters, honestly. So, or The Northman, stuff, any of those. So, yeah. But what did you think of Firestarter? If you've seen it, let me know what you think. Mine, like I said, was 6 out of 10. It's a decent movie, just not great. Did you like the movie? Did you hate it? Did you just not care much about a remake of another Stephen King franchise? Let me know in the comments. I am also currently the one doing the Skyrim Let's Play. Today, Monday, I don't know if I'm going to upload a Skyrim Let's Play episode today on Monday, but definitely Tuesday for sure. If I miss an episode for Monday, I will definitely have one up on Tuesday for that Let's Play, because it's fun. I'm enjoying Skyrim, and I've been persistent. My computer's not really kind to the Let's Play software and stuff, so it's a little more difficult and more. I am careful with what I record, but I've been pretty good on it, consistent. Mark's working on a Let's Play, and he streamed. I think he just streamed Evil Within the other night. So that's cool. And we're getting to be consistent with content, videos, more Doctor Strange reviews coming this week. One day this week, but it will be coming out this week. I just want to give people more time to see it and not to get spoiled, whether it's by me, because everyone else is already spoiled in the movie. And a good week and a half, 2 weeks is a good amount of time for me to just get more thoughts, maybe even try to convince Mark to record a piece of what he thinks about Doctor Strange to get it in. But if I don't, that's okay. Most definitely I will record one. He also saw Firestarter, but he wanted me to do the review, but he's going to do some movie reviews this year too, so that's going to be cool. But we're trying to do better on our channel and stuff, so that's cool too. Yeah. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down, and I know there's no button, but you can always thumbs it down and be like, hey, I thumbed this video down in the comments. Or flip me off in the comments below. This is Bloodhaven Gaming. I'm Scotty. See you next time.